Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. This time on Monster Train, I am going to once again try to Divinity Master a champion that we have not Divinity Mastered, and we're going back to the Spine Chief, one of the three that I have not yet Divinity Mastered. We've also never played with the Wurmkin and the Awoken, with the Awoken as the secondary clan. We start off with Fracture from the Wurmkin. We could either start out with Restore or Root Seeds. I do like Root Seeds. I'm considering Restore, but I do really like the Root Seeds. I think these work particularly well with the Wurmkin too, because the Wurmkin have lots of zero-cost cards. Alright. Chosen. And we're still at Covenant rank 12. Hopefully we'll win this time. We are starting with Hosting Kin. I do like Hosting Kin. That's a pretty nice one to start with. It consumes, that's the only thing that I don't like about it. Sharpen. Sharpen's not bad. It's expensive, but not bad. And Forgotten Trade. I don't know about Forgotten Trade. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. And we're up against Seraph the Patient, which applies melee weakness and gets Rallying and Can't. We've had pretty good odds against Seraph the Patient. We've fought Seraph the Patient quite a lot. So let's say okay and look at our deck. So the Forgotten Trade is a little bit questionable, although it's better because of Root Seeds. That gives us something to do with that extra energy if we draw more cards. And of course, we've got Train Stewards. Train Stewards and the Spine Chief are our only units at the beginning. Divine Boons I'm not going to start with, so let's upgrade the champion. Now I think every time I have done the Infector, because I like the Spine Chief dealing lots of damage, but I think I want to try something else. I want to try out one of the other upgrades for the champion. So let's do the Spine Chief with the Decayer. It has more health, and Inspire, which is whenever you gain echoes, you apply Reap to enemy units. Now, let's look at our artifact. Alright, Hardened Hull could be really good. It could. It's just that we don't have any eggs yet, and we have no idea if we're going to get any. So I think I'm not going to take it because it could just do nothing, even though it might be very good. Instead, we're going to do Emblem of the Exiles. This one is a pretty solid one, and I think that it works pretty decently with the Awoken clan in general. So let's do Emblem of the Exiles. And go into our first battle. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 3. Fine. By the way, I lost my last run, but I think that the last run was a very good learning moment for me. One of the things that I've said many times while playing this game is that you can be good against the bosses or good against the units that come before the bosses. Those are kind of two different things that you build your deck for. And I believe last run I finally figured out how to verify. Basically how to tell whether my deck works with those. Considering sacrificing this Train Steward, by the way. I put the Spine Chief on the bottom floor, which may not have been a good idea. I guess any other floor we would put it on, because we don't have any spells that kill units, except for Hosting Kin. But I guess any other floor that we would have put it on, it would have done just the same. No, because of the Rage. We wouldn't have so much damage coming against my unit immediately. Although, why are you only taking 18 damage? Shouldn't you be taking more? Because there's 20 attack coming at me, right? Let's figure that one out. I have no idea. Minus 18. Oh, it's because of Emblem of the Exiles. So I'm actually getting minus 23 plus 5. Got it. And this happens when? At the start of the turn. Okay. Well, I'm going to put a Train Steward in front. The reason for this is the Train Steward dies, takes a lot of the damage. And then we use Root Seeds on our champion. That will kill all of them due to the Reap, which means Fracture is unnecessary. Let's just play more Root Seeds. So I think the important part about this battle is making sure that our champion doesn't take too much damage. And our champion is going to take a lot of damage. That's unfortunate. I think I want to put a Train Steward in front again. And then I could use the Hosting Kin to kill the Collector. As long as I play one of these Root Seeds, all of these die. So I guess we'll play one of those. And then the question is, do we kill one of these to save 5 health on our champion? And if we do we play a Train Steward on the second floor to gain gold? I think we do. So gain some gold, kill one of these so that we take less damage. Alright. The Sharpens would have been nice, but right now they're just too expensive. A brief respite. Great. During the brief respite, you're gaining 5 health. We can... Ooh, Forgotten Trade is pointless this turn. I was going to say it's useful, and then I looked at my hand and said, oh, never mind. Let's put a Train Steward in front again. I don't mind you getting the 5 health. That's pretty much the same as the back unit getting the 5 health. And the question is, do I want to draw a Forgotten Trade again? Probably do. So let's stop here. Alright. So, we're not dealing any damage to the Discipled Inquisitor right now. And unfortunately, all of the Reap happens at the end. So that's not good either. Let's see here. We are definitely going to play all of our cards. There's no reason to play Fracture on anybody but the back enemy, because all the rest die from Reap. Or from being attacked, depending on how they die. So we're going to Root Seeds our champion a couple times. We're actually dealing 48 damage all from Reap to the Discipled Inquisitor. Now, if I killed one of these clergymen with Hosting Kin, would I do any extra damage? That's the question. So if I kill one, that means that the first 3 strikes go against our Train Steward and kill it. Then we strike the clergyman and take 3. And then we get 10 damage. So that's 13. Then we strike the next clergyman and take 3. That's 16 damage. Yeah. If I kill one of these, we deal more damage than if I just hit the Discipled Inquisitor directly with Hosting Kin. So, we do that. And we're dealing 88. He's got a lot of Reap on him, so we probably can defeat him, probably, before he gets to the top. We'll see. This Train Steward also has a fair amount of health, actually. So we can play Root Seeds, Fracture, and then use Forgotten Trade to get more energy back. I like that. Is Root Seeds better than Fracture? Honestly don't know. We're going to play at least 1 Root Seeds, we're going to play at least 1 Fracture. And then the question is, what else do we play? After we play the next one, we're going to get 3 back, which means we're going to play a Sharpen and the other one. So it doesn't matter what we do. We're going to play all the 1-cost cards, is what I'm saying. And actually, we're already winning. I did not notice when we turned from winning, but we're winning. So, first battle went just fine. Although, as you saw, my bottom unit died a little bit too fast. Because we really don't have any units in our deck to soak up damage. Shelter. Apply 2 armor per echo to friendly units. Considering we don't have anything that consumes echoes, we don't have any extract cards, that means that we just constantly get more echoes, and then we could use those to apply 2 armor. Proclamation is always good. Echo transfer is not bad. I'm really leaning towards the shelter, partially because it's infused. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards shelter. I do like proclamation a lot, though. I hope we get offered another one of those later. So, restoration detonation. Restore 10 health. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 5 times the amount healed. It's not bad. Vine Grasp, however, actually deals direct damage to units, which we have no direct damage so far. So I'm really want something like Vine Grasp in the deck. I'm not going to choose Razor Sharp Edge. It's really between these two. Both of them have merit. I think I'm going to choose Vine Grasp this time, even though this is infused. Oh man. Do I just always want the infused cards? No. We're taking Vine Grasp. We need some of that direct damage. So we've got a Merchant of Steel with a unit, or a Merchant of Magic with gold. I don't really like going Merchant of Steel first, but I think we really do need a unit. So I am going to go to the right, because I really want that Awoken unit in the deck. We need units right now. Oh, I do like my Husk Hermits. Animus of Will is not bad either, but we need something that can soak damage, and Animus of the Will is not one of those. The Husk Hermit is not worth sacrificing. The plus 30 health is pretty minimal. Kind of want to add something like Sweep. So we're getting Husk Hermit, and we're probably upgrading it. We could Large Stone it. I do like my Large Stones. How much does it take up right now? 2? That would make it cost 3, which means it wouldn't be able to fit next to the Spine Chief. That's not great. Do we do it anyway? It would strongly encourage me to take Light of Seraph later. If we Large Stone and Echo Stone that Sweep unit, it will be pretty nice though. I think I am going to do that. So Large Stone the Husk Hermit, and then Echo Stone the Husk Hermit. Now I really want Light of Seraph, basically. We could add Strength Stone to a Train Steward. That seems so pointless to me. I think I'm just going to purge a Train Steward. And not spend the rest. Divine Temple. Seek Stone or Value Stone. Value Stone could go on Sharpen. It certainly could go on Sharpen. You know? Let's do it. I've started to like getting some of the engaged packs early. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I've started to like doing it. I say engaged pact, I meant pack shards. Alright, let's move on. Enemy units enter with armor 10. That's probably not too bad. I also want the unit draft. It's probably not too bad because we just got a unit that can deal lots of damage. So let's turn it on. Remember that the High Priest of the Light has Sweep, by the way. Putting a unit in the back does not save it. So, we can't put these on the same floor, So we're going to put the Husk Hermit at the bottom. Just have it kill lots of things, probably. And then the Spine Chief on the second floor. So, you're going to kill lots of things. You are going to kill what makes it up there. And let's do Root Seeds and Fracture. So Root Seeds is obvious, just put it right there. And then Fracture is pretty obvious, put it on him. Alright. Good first turn. I forget what those priests do, by the way. What do you do? Reconciler. Add a Sinner's Burden card to the top of your draw pile. Will never happen because we sweep them away. Great. I do really like Sharpen at the bottom. Let's Sharpen you. If we Root Seeds you... Let's see here. I'm going to use something here. Such as Fracture. Fracture goes here. And then... I guess we're going to do a Root Seeds here. And we could either use our Hosting Kin here to kill this one, or put Root Seeds on our Spine Chief. Or we could put Root Seeds on the Husk Hermit, which will do nice things. So let's do that. And we're going to use Hosting Kin here so that this one dies. Great. Now then. So far we're doing pretty well. And we have Train Stewards in our deck that we can put in front or behind units, doesn't matter. We have a Brief Respite. Fine. So Shelter is kind of nice down here. Do I want a Train Steward in front? Yes, I do. So let's put the Train Steward in front. Let's play Shelter. And then Forgotten Trade and Sharpen. There we go. I think we have won this battle now. We'll even play the Hosting Kin right here. Alright, so I think this battle is won. Let's see if it is just one at this point. It is in fact just one at this point. Click End Turn and be done. So having a big beefy sweep creature at the bottom is very nice, just kind of takes out lots of things. A Bog Fly. Not particularly interesting, but the fact that we basically never use up our echoes with our current deck makes me more interested. The Bounding Echoes is quite good in this deck too. I think I want to try out the Bogfly. We've tried out Bogflies once before, but I think this deck is better for it. Also, sacrificing a Bogfly is not bad. Okay, we're taking the Bogfly. We might end up sacrificing it, but I would not mind sacrificing it. Wildwood Sap, Infused Consume at Apply Regen 5. Shard Channeler. Ooh. Shard Channeler is interesting when we have two Sharpens in the deck. Two Sharpens in the deck with Shard Channeler. You know, I'm interested. Also, the sacrifice unit essence is not too bad either. Let's take Shard Channeler. Alright, you know how I like my First of Kins. However, the Awoken Hollow and the Animus of Speed are not bad. The Animus of Speed, do I want it? It has Quick, but how useful is Quick with no other abilities? I don't know. Whereas I really do like the Awoken Hollow. We did not get anything that heals, did we? I think I turned down all of the things that heal our units, which makes the Awoken Hollow a lot worse, because you never use the Rejuvenate. I guess that's a reason not to use it. The Animus of Speed is fine. It's fine. I think I'm going to take it anyway. Because I think you want to get units early. Ooh, we could duplicate a card. Hey, we could duplicate our Husk Hermit. I'm very interested in that. The Husk Hermit is a pretty nice unit. So I'm interested in going to the right. This is going to add more units. It's going to be a pretty unit-heavy deck. I had a problem with that last time, a little bit. But I really am interested in going to the right. We could even sacrifice right now before duplicating. I like this plan. So, we're going over here. We'll go to the Concealed Caverns first. Sure. So we could duplicate something 5 times. We got another duplication. So I don't know that I want to duplicate that much. Like, what happens if we duplicate this Sharpen? I don't think I would duplicate the Sharpen 5 times. But I would duplicate it once. Let's copy the 0-cost Sharpen. And I don't know if we're going to get pack shards from this. I guess not? Alright. That's a way to duplicate without getting pack shards. Interesting. Another Animus of Speed, but without infused. Or Thorned Hollow. The Rejuvenate gains spikes 3. Triggers when healed, even when at full health. When a unit with spikes is attacked, yeah. So the Thorned Hollow is pretty decent, but it would very much incentivize us to get some healing in our deck, which I've so far turned down. I don't know how much I care about the Thorned Hollow. What's the essence? Spikes 10, but it adds a space. Do I take it anyway? These are hard choices. I'm going to take it anyway. We're going to have a lot of units at the beginning, and I think that might cause a problem. It might cause a problem. So I want to use the Engage Pact. The question is, what am I sacrificing? The Bogfly is definitely an option. The Bogfly is definitely an option. We could sacrifice the Thorned Hollow. I don't think I will. I think I want the Bogfly sacrificed. Although the Animus of Speed being sacrificed is pretty nice too. But that one is infused. So let's sacrifice the Bogfly. Put it on the Husk Hermit. And then duplicate that Husk Hermit. Alright, this costs 15 extra pack shards to duplicate. Alright, so we're already at 55 pack shards, and I haven't even looked at these. So, if I were to use either of those, I think there's only one thing that it can be put on, the Vine Grasp. If I put it on no, the Hosting Kin. It could go on the Hosting Kin too. The Vine Grasp would be very good with True Stone, right? It would. It would also be good with Extreme Stone. Oh man. Pack shards are going to be a problem in this run. Alright, let's not do any more right now. Even though I want them all, let's stop there for now. I think. Yeah, let's stop there for now. Let's just go into Daedalus the Professor. Alright, threat level extreme. And the constructed explosive have damage shield, which is unfortunate because I didn't get True Stone. Alright. Well, here we go. Now then. They also have 6 health, which is kind of a lot of health for a constructed explosive, right? Did they always have 6 health? Kind of thought they had 3 health. Anyway. We will play our Husk Hermit at the bottom. We are going to play a Shard Channeler. Oh man. The Shard Channeler would not be bad at the bottom, honestly. But maybe we put it with the Spine Chief on the second floor and put the Animus of Speed at the bottom. The Animus of Speed being at the bottom makes a lot more sense. So let's do that. And then we'll do the Spine Chief in the center with the Shard Channeler behind it. So the center is where we want to put our Thorns. No reason to play Forgotten Trade yet. Oh, you have Sweep. Well, Animus of Speed, I made a large mistake. You're dying immediately. Sorry about that. So much for the Animus of Speed. Oh, the Sweep kills you too. Oh no, the Sweep is awful. Well, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, as it were. Let's do some things this turn. We can't really fit... We have too many things that cost 3, and the Thorned Hollow is not going to be amazing. So let's put the Bogfly Husk Hermit at the top. Take the Ember Drain. Be a little bit sad about the Ember Drain, but not that sad. I think we should kill this one. It would die next turn anyway, but I think we should kill it with Hosting Kin. And we should play spells at the bottom, even though there's an overcharged apprentice there. I guess so. Because getting you up with the charged echoes would be good, so let's do that. And then we play Fracture on you, so that you die. And then Hosting Kin on you, so that you die. Alright. Very sad that all of my back units are dying because of this one sweep unit. That's one of the problems. It's one of the problems with sweep units. And having just units that have almost no health. Is there's a couple things that can just kill them. Okay, I definitely want to play Shelter this turn. Of course, we only have 2 Ember. Should we play Fracture on Daedalus? I guess we should. Play Fracture on Daedalus. And play Shelter so that you have more health. Or we play more Fracture on Daedalus and wait till Shelter comes around again. Let's do that. So does the Reap go through the damage shield, or does it use up one of the damage shields? It uses up one of the damage shields. Okay, well, that means that Daedalus will have less damage shields. Vine Grasp can take you out, save some health in our unit. The Sharpen could go anywhere and be fine. The damage shield on you is annoying. We could play Vine Grasp up here and Root Seeds up here. Actually, really don't mind that, because we have full charged echoes at the bottom already. So putting root seeds here, we'll get some charged echoes at the top. And we could even Vine Grasp Daedalus to get rid of his damage shield. There we go. Now Daedalus is taking more damage. Do we want to sharpen anyone? We could sharpen the one at the top right now. Or we could sharpen our friend at the bottom. Let's sharpen the one at the bottom. And then Hosting Kin. We could take this one out, or we could deal 13 damage to Daedalus. Could deal 13 damage to Daedalus. I'm going to deal 13 damage to Daedalus. Alright. So. I think this one is solved now. I think nothing else makes it through. I mean, we only have one more wave remaining, I guess, so... Or two more waves? Two more waves remaining. I will definitely play Sharpen at the bottom. I will play a Train Steward at the bottom to save some damage on our dude. Train Steward will take a fair amount of that damage. Still sharpen you, though. And then let's play Fracture on Daedalus. And Root Seeds on this one. Alright. I think we have solved this one as well. We are going to take Light of Seraph, by the way. Because that will allow our 3 space units to actually fit 2 together. Ooh, we can use Shelter this turn. So we could play a Root Seeds, a Fracture on Daedalus, and Shelter on our unit. Perfect. And winning at the bottom. Got him. Actually, I thought this one would die and Daedalus would die from Reap, but turns out he didn't. Alright. I do really like my Perfect Insanity, and I do really like Unleash the Wildwood. This is such a hard choice. So both of them help against bosses. They both help against bosses. Perfect Insanity really helps against bosses. The Wurmkin Spike, I just don't like that much. Oh man. I'm going to take Perfect Insanity, because I really like it. And it's infused. I don't know if I want any of these. I mean, the Shard Soul Carver is always nice. I don't really want the Bog Chrysalis. Let's get the Shard Soul Carver. And then we are definitely getting Light of Seraph. Now we can fit 2 of our units on a floor. What are we getting now? Ooh. I've never seen this before. A mysterious woman stands before you, a mischievous smirk painted on her face. You feel a strange force emanate from her presence. Its pressure so strong you worry the Bone Shaker might collapse. Remember me, Hellborn? You probably don't, thanks to the loop, but it's Malika, your bestie. Last time you wanted to play cards, but that was boring, so let's try something else. I have 3 trinkets, all of which will make your life much worse than it already is. Take some. If they kill you, I win. If they don't, you win. Take as many trinkets as you can bear to carry. Oh, interesting. So all of these are... You get something bad, and you get something better later. At the end of turn, deal 4 damage to friendly units. Enemy units enter with damage shield 1. When a non-champion unit dies, it is purged. Oof. That hurts. The broken wheel really hurts. When a non-champion unit dies, it is purged. In some senses, I want to take all of these. I'm sure you know that. But I think Judgmental Fittings would be really bad in our deck. So I don't think I can take that one. The Corrupted Cloud is not too bad. I mean, it kills Animus of the Quick immediately, so we just wouldn't play that unit while we have that, I guess. And it kills the Shard Channeler. Oh man. Oh man. If we get the Corrupted Cloud and the Broken Wheel, we could purge our own Train Stewards rather easily. Oh ho, I like that. Alright. We can take both of them, right? I'm going to take Corrupted Cloud first. And the Broken Wheel. Alright, we're not going to take the last one. We're just going to take those two. And I'm going to have to be very careful. Because I don't want too many of my units getting purged. Merchant of Steel is not bad here. I think we might go to the Merchant of Steel. The Unstable Vortex, I think I will not remove Train Stewards there for the first time in a long time. So, let's upgrade our champion first. So the Decayer, you know, I want to get the Spine Chief up because I want that health, especially with the Broken Wheel around. The Spine Chief can take most of the damage, and that would be great. Put the Spine Chief and one of our sweep units at the bottom. Let's do it. And then get the pack, get the health, the Pyre health. Let's go to the Divine Horde first. Regen, the Bloated Fungus. Regen restores +1 health per stack. If only we had regen. Light's Gift is not terrible. Sinner's Salve is fine. Apply daze to enemy units when they enter the floor below the Pyre room. I think I like it. Light's Gift. Now, Merchant of Steel. Multi-Strike. Oh, that's got to be good with something. We also have another Echo Stone. So, Multi-Strike. What would we add Multi-Strike to? Animus of Speed makes a lot of sense. It really does. But also, so does the Shard Soul Carver. Animus of Speed, you need health, unfortunately. I think I'm going to put it on the Shard Soul Carver. Shard Soul Carver gets Multi-Strike. We could reroll right now. Don't think that would be worthwhile. We could get an Echo Stone or a Thorn Stone, or both. The Thorn Stone is not great on many things. I guess it's good on Thorned Hollow. If we ever get to the point that we're playing that. I guess we'll do that, because it is a good idea. And then Echo Stone, I think I also want on the Shard Soul Carver. The Echo Stones are pretty nice. With the deck that we have. We do need more Infuse cards, though. I don't think I'm going to reroll here, because if I did, we'd only be able to afford the first two. But we could afford both of the first two. And one of them could be a Heartstone, which I would put on Animus of Speed very quickly. If we didn't get a Heartstone, what would I do, though? The Thorned Hollow could still get something. The Shard Channeler could potentially get something. I think that's the one that I'm going to sacrifice, though. Okay, fine. We're going to reroll. Hey, we got Heartstone. I'm going to put it on Animus of Speed. So you have a little bit of health. And then Strength Stone. Is there anybody I would want to put that on? The Animus of Speed is okay with the Strength Stone. It's okay with the Strength Stone. Sure. Okay. What are we removing? We are going to remove not the Train Stewards, I think. We could remove one of the Root Seeds. One of the Root Seeds and one of the Fractures, or two of the Fractures. How good is Fracture? Let's remove 2 Fractures. Unfortunately, this removes 2 infused cards. That does not pass my notice. Alright, we have to be very careful. Enemy units enter with armor 15. You know what? I'm not going to turn that on when I have these 2 things happening. Let's not get too crazy here. So we're just going to fight. What do you do? Resolve, gain +5 attack. A little bit worried about the boss. So we want the Spine Chief to go in front. And we want something else to go behind it. I kind of wanted the Sweep unit to go behind it. We still could do that. We could just set up on a different floor as well. So the Spine Chief goes here. We could put the Shard Soul Carver on floor 2. Only has 30 health. The Hosting Kin can kill this one. We're going to do that. I'm thinking about Animus of Speed and Shard Soul Carver on floor 2. Ooh, Corrupted Cloud. You know, maybe we don't play them this early. I've got to play the Shard Soul Carver though, right? And if I'm doing that, I might as well play Animus of the Quick. Okay, Shard Soul Carver, I hope we don't lose you. That's kind of all I can say right now. I hope we don't lose you. You're dazed. You being dazed is interesting. Alright, we got our Husk Hermit. Husk Hermit goes in the back of the bottom. Now, we definitely want to play Root Seeds at the bottom. Spine Chief, I don't like how much damage you're taking, but I also can't help it, so you're just going to take that damage. And then what? So you would die and get purged from the deck if we put you out. That might happen to you too. And we can only play 1 unit. I think I'm going to play a Train Steward at the top. 1 Ember Drain, but the Train Steward... Ooh, the Train Steward doesn't slowly die. Darn. because of the Emblem of the Exiles, which is helping on every other floor. So I shouldn't complain too hard. Don't like that one getting to the top floor, is the thing. Okay. You're getting 11 damage this turn. That's not terrible. We could play Shelter at the bottom after playing Fracture. I think that's worth it. What are we doing about you? You're dazed only once. We could play the Bogfly Husk Hermit at the top to deal a good amount of damage to you, but you would still get to the pyre. But you would only... The pyre would take 2 less damage if I did that. Alternatively, I could play another Train Steward there, and it would accomplish the same thing. And the Train Steward would slowly die, which is one of the things that I want to happen. Okay, so... The problem is we only have 2 Ember. That's the problem. I could just take 4 damage on the pyre. And mostly ignore this unit. No matter what's happening, I'm playing Fracture right here. That's happening no matter what. You're dying here, that's good. You're getting 4 damage because of the Corrupted Cloud. I'm questioning whether I play something at the top or I play Shelter at the bottom. I think I'm going to keep my Shelter. So I'm going to play a Train Steward at the top. Let it slowly die. That will save 2 health on the pyre, and kill a Train Steward next turn, which is also good in my opinion. Vine Grasp. What does Vine Grasp accomplish? Nothing? Vine Grasp accomplishes nothing this turn. Except deal 3 damage to you. So we'll do that. Okay. Now, I really want the Shard Soul Carver not to die. That's one of the important things. The Shard Soul Carver should not die. If our champion dies, that's not great, but if it dies but the Husk Hermit lives, then we're fine. So we can play all of our cards this turn. You are gaining health this turn, that's good. You are dying, that's good too. So let's play Root Seeds on the sweep unit. Root Seeds on the sweep unit. Forgotten Trade, and then we play Sharpen. Sharpen on you because it gives you spikes 4, and that's good. Okay, you are getting to the next floor. I really don't like that, because I need this Shard Soul Carver not to die. And I'm worried that he might die. I guess the Quick really helps here. The Quick makes it so that he's less likely to die. Alright, we purged a Train Steward from our deck. That's nice. As long as I don't purge anything else from the deck, then it's nice. Okay, so you are not dying. You're not dying as long as we win next turn, so we really want to win next turn. That's important. Win next turn. What can I do to make that very likely? Well, we play Root Seeds. We hope to draw Perfect Insanity and 2 Root Seeds, I guess. Or Shelter. Shelter is also good. So we're definitely playing Root Seeds. No reason to put that on the front unit. The Sharpen, plenty of reason to put that on the front unit. And then, even though I would like to play the Train Steward at the top and have it die, it might not die, and it could cause other problems because of the Ember Drain. So we're going to play Fracture here, so that you gain a little bit of armor. and then be done with this turn, because we don't want this one to be removed from our deck. At least we don't think so at this point. And we need to win this turn. Woohoo, we are not winning this turn. Okay, that's not good. And we're losing a Husk Hermit. How do we prevent that from happening? So we could move you to the back. Does that do anything? Not really, because then you would waste an attack on one of these, and he would kill those anyway. So we don't want to move that one to the back. These are only dealing 1 damage, so the Hosting Kin doesn't really do much there. We're only doing 264 damage? I'm concerned by that. That upped it by a lot, but still kind of not enough, right? Alright, I guess we're losing our Husk Hermit. And I'm very sad about that. I kind of thought the Spine Chief would save him from the broken wheel, but apparently not. Do we move you to the back because it deals you 13 damage? No, it's just not worth it. So, I guess the only useful thing to do with this is to kill one of these, so that we take slightly less damage, which means we may or may not do more damage. Taking slightly less was taking 1 less damage, so I don't think it did anything. Oh no, how many units are we losing from our deck? I think I made mistakes. Okay, so right now we're set to lose all of these units from the deck too. At least we got the shelter this time. The shelter does help. We also got Perfect Insanity, but not enough. We don't have enough Ember to pull it off this time. If we had gotten it last time, we would have been fine. So, you are currently dying in the first hit, which is bad. You dying in the first hit is bad. If we play 2 Root Seeds, you would gain... You would not gain enough armor to not die, but the shelter would give you enough armor for you not to die. So we're going to do this. We're going to do the Sharpen. We're going to do Root Seeds. We're going to do Root Seeds. And then we're going to do Shelter. And then we win and none of these units die. So we lost 1 Bogfly Husk Hermit, which is pretty bad. But we didn't lose anybody else. And we took 2 damage. Alright, well then. Oh, we lost a Train Steward, but that was intentional. Forgotten Trade, Infused, Consumed. The fact that it's infused is really nice. I think I want the Forgotten Trade. Even though we already have a Forgotten Trade, Forgotten Trade works a lot nicer when you're drawing more cards, which happens with Root Seeds. And the fact that it's infused is nice. Healing spells cost -1 on this floor. You know, not helpful right now. The Sting spells are fine. They cause us to draw more. But hitting only the front unit isn't very impressive. I still think I want Preserved Thorns. Okay, so we could duplicate the Husk Hermit that we lost again. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. What are we doing on the other side anyway? I mean, the Pyre Remains doesn't do much. Unstable Vortex, what would we remove? We could remove the Train Stewards instead of trying to be fancy about getting rid of them, because they are bad in the deck. And I don't know if I want to remove another Fracture right now. Yeah, let's... Oh man, but if I duplicate him again, we're gonna get 15 pack shards. I mean, is that bad? It's kind of bad. We're gonna go over here. So let's remove 2 Train Stewards. So the Train Stewards will now be gone. This only gives us 2 health. This one, we are going to get back our Bogfly Husk Hermit, I think. Unless I want to get a Shard Soul Carver. No. I think I like my Bogfly Husk Hermit more. Let me think about this. If I get the Bogfly Husk Hermit, we're going to get 15 more pack shards. And we can have sweep on 2 different floors. If I get the Shard Soul Carver, which only has 30 health, which is not, you know, great. But this could go on the first floor, along with our champion. And that would be pretty good. It's just that I like having the sweep unit at the bottom with the champion. The multi-strike plus the inspire is really nice though. Alright, you know what? I'm going to choose the Shard Soul Carver. Honestly, part of this is the fact that I don't want to get more pack shards right now and go up to a high threat level while we have these two terrible artifacts in our hand. Alright, let's go. So Hidden Assault is real bad, because we don't have many direct damage spells. I guess Thorns kind of takes them out, hopefully. The Heaven Seal would be absolutely terrible. I'm not going to turn that on. We're just going to click Fight and see how well we can do. Alright, already I'm not happy about what we see. We put the Spine Chief at the bottom and put spikes on it. It will get really hurt every single turn. Oh, but the Animus of Speed doesn't do anything at the bottom, is the thing. Yeah, the Animus of Speed doesn't do anything at the bottom because they've got stealth all the time. So I'm still going to put the Spine Chief at the bottom. We're going to do Sharpen on it, and we're going to do Root Seeds on it. We could still put the Animus of the Speed down here. I don't think it's a good idea. I kind of want to put the Animus of the Speed at the top floor, honestly. But I'm going to put it at the second floor. It might really hurt me next turn, though. We'll see. Alright. 38 damage on the first turn. Spine Chief, you're dying too fast. Don't die so fast. Okay, so... I don't think the Bogfly Husk Hermit is that great this time because of the stealth. So I think I will do the Shard Soul Carver at the bottom. And we're going to put Root Seeds on it, of course. And then we could Forgotten Trade this turn. That would allow us to play both of these. I don't think I want to play the Thorned Hollow, though. Hosting Kin could kill this one, which is quite nice. The Bogfly Husk Hermit could go on the top floor. Although I think I would rather have it on the middle floor. I think I would rather have it on the middle floor. So we're going to put it here. We're going to play the Hosting Kin to kill this one. I would love to kill the Collector. It's dazed this turn, so we might still have a chance. And you are bad. You are real bad. Don't like you. You're getting health instead of losing health, and I don't like that. You will get damaged a couple times on the next floor, but very worried about that overgrown, that overcharged tank. It's called an overcharged tank, right? I think that's the name. Yeah, overcharged tank. We got preserved thorns, yes. Okay, that's good. Getting preserved thorns means that we've got sting spells. The sting spells could save a fair amount of health on our champion this turn. We could spend one on the Collector. You're still bad. I think we put the Shard Soul Carver at the top. So Shard Soul Carver at the top. That'll kill the Collector, and it will also deal a lot of damage to things that get up there. The Light's Gift helps it a whole lot. That means we sting at the bottom. Stinging at the bottom makes a lot of sense. So, I think we're going to fracture you. Or we root seeds here. Root seeds here seems to make more sense to me. Okay, you are going to deal a fair amount of damage to the Pyre, maybe. I don't know, we might be able to take it out next turn. We'll see. I hope we will. Because we are doing a fair amount of damage to it, right? Oh man. Don't like that Silent Marksman at the bottom. Killing our champion currently. We did get a Hosting Kin. The Hosting Kin doesn't quite take it out. Oh, it does with the Vine Grasp. Okay. I think this is very important. Do that. Bring it back to the front. There we go. Okay. Next. What are we going to do at the top? We could play our Sharpens at the top. Sharpens aren't the best at the top because the spikes don't take effect. We only have 2 energy to spend. We can play 2 Sharpens, no problem. You are not a huge problem this turn. And you won't be a huge problem next turn either. So currently the top is the problem area. So let's do at least 1 Sharpen here. So each time we gain a little bit. Let's see here. If I play Root Seeds, we will gain 4 attack, and that's multiplied by 2, so Root Seeds essentially does 8 more damage. Is there any way that I kill this one, though? So if I'd spent all of my energy trying to kill this one, I could play Root Seeds and Fracture. Fracture would essentially deal 6 damage. Root Seeds would do 8. Oh, actually, Fracture would do also the 2 here, so 4 more. So Fracture would do 10 damage. Root Seeds would do 8. Sharpen would do 8. So that's That is 16 plus 10, 26 more damage is not enough. And if it's not enough, you might as well have the pyre deal it 30 damage, right? So let's not spend our energy up there. Instead, we'll spend it at the bottom. So sharpen on you because of the spikes. We will play Root Seeds on you and Fracture. We could play Shelter. Let's play Shelter. There we go. Alright. So we're taking 11 damage on the pyre. But our units are much more likely to survive because we did that. Well, actually, we couldn't kill it, so it doesn't really matter. Now then, we definitely play Sting and Sting, so we draw more next turn. Root Seeds and Root Seeds. Thorned Hollow. Thorned Hollow does nothing. We could play it at the top, but it would mean that we have left Ember for next turn, so let's not play it. And let's see if we can win this one without having any of our units get killed. Alright, so far that's not true. That's not what's happening so far. However, we have Perfect Insanity, and we can play it. So we've got Sting, Sting. Start with the 2 stings. Sting, Sting. We've got 3 Ember. We're not going to play the Thorned Hollow. We're not going to play the Shard Channeler. We might as well play Forgotten Trade. Therefore, we're going to play Fracture, Root Seeds, Perfect Insanity, and Forgotten Trade. In a different order than what I just said, but still, in those cards. So Fracture here. Root Seeds on this one, which is just dealing more damage. Forgotten Trade right now, because this is when we'll have the most, I guess. And then Perfect Insanity the boss, which means the boss dies, we do not lose a unit. Haha! Alright. Broken Wheel, no purges this time. I mean, we lose our champion, but the champion does not get purged by Broken Wheel. 11 damage taken. That's the downside. Soul Siphon. Don't think we want it. We could have another Perfect Insanity. We don't exactly gain enough of the echoes for me to want 2 Perfect Insanities in the deck right now. I do want 2 Perfect Insanities in the deck. Don't get me wrong. But I don't really want it now. Power of Knowledge. So for each spell in the consume pile, we consume a lot of spells, don't we? Forgotten Trades, Hosting Kin, Preserved Thorn, Shelter. How many is that? Six? 6. So 15 times 6 is the max that it does right now, which is actually not great. That's only 90 damage. Only 90 damage. I don't know. Let's take. I think we want more of those direct damage. Ho-ho! Awake. Restore 30 health, apply regen 3. We do actually want that in this deck. The 3 Ember cost is pretty disappointing, but otherwise we do want that in this deck. So let's take it. We're probably going to put Ember Stones in it. Oh, wait a minute. Is this where we get... Yes! Alright. Malika appears before you, surprised by the fact that you're not yet dead. The pressure emanated by her presence continues to feel nauseating. You only won because I went easy on you. Well, kudos to you for surviving this long. I'm going to take those trinkets back and give you your prize now. Maybe it'll help you smack Seraph the whatever into oblivion for the umpteenth time. Maybe it won't. Either way, somebody's going to die, and I'm going to watch. Go on then, claim your prize. Game over, I quit? What? Why would you do that? Actually, I'm fine without these. What? Alright. Vial of Tears. At the end of turn, restore 5 health to friendly units. That is amazing. I want it. Click that button. And then friendly non-morsel units get endless. I guess I do want that. But I don't know how good it is in this deck. Do we want our units to have endless? I guess so. Either way, Vial of Tears is really nice. All right. I am very glad about that event. Never seen that event before. It was cool. I really want to go to the Merchant of Magic, which we can do. The only thing over here is Pyre Remains. We've been to too many Merchants of Steel, honestly. I mean, we still have the Shard Channeler, which I think I was planning to perhaps sacrifice. Perhaps. I don't know, it's fine. Let's go to the left. Get our money. Go into the Concealed Caverns. See what could happen here. Oh, familiar crystals. The large one or the small one? Upgrade a unit to become ridiculously large, but have a lot more attack and health. I don't think I want that. We are having enough trouble with space as it is. Yeah, I don't think I want that. Even though it would be good. The minor refraction is pretty good. It's just, what can we put it on? Oh no. Can we put it on anything useful? We could put it on Thorned Hollow. Okay. Wait a minute. You can put it on... I thought this was a shard that went in there. Oh, we could make any of these cost only 1. Ooh. In that case, which one of these do I want to cost only 1? It could be one of the Shard Soul Carvers. That means that we could put an Animus of the Quick on the same floor. I kind of like that. Let's make you small. A small Shard Soul Carver. Alright, now, where were we? We're looking at the Divine Temple. Value Stone. Pretty nice, honestly. Pretty nice with Awake. Let's think about pack shards. So we're definitely going to take that at the end. That's going to give us 15. If we take 15 more now, that means we're not going to take any more next time. Unless we get a little bit crazy, which I do that sometimes. And the Value Stone. The Value Stone would be good. Let's look at the Merchant of Magic. So, a Stack Stone. Stack Stone works really well in Sharpen. Right? The spikes get stacked, but the 4 attack don't. It works pretty well in this one too, because it applies double the armor. Either way, that doesn't change what I want to do here. I want to take Value Stone. Value Stone, add it to Awake. There we go. Now, we leave there because we don't want even more pack shards right now. You know, it's something I do sometimes. Power Stone. Power Stone probably wants to go on Vine Grasp. Hosting Kin is not a bad choice either. Power of Knowledge is fine. I think I want it on Vine Grasp. Emberstone. There's a lot of good choices here. Awake is one of those choices. Just make it cost 0. Power of Knowledge is a pretty decent choice too. I think I want it on Awake. Awake costs 0. And then do we want the Stack Stone? Or we could re-roll. Do I re-roll and hope for a different type of stone? Or I could do nothing. Because we could save our money for trinkets. I think I stacked stone one of the sharpens. One of the 0-cost sharpens. And then I think we save our money. No. Because we want more Emberstones. Reroll. Upgrade a spell to have Holdover. Now, Holdover is pretty interesting. You can't put Holdover on Consume spells, that makes sense. I don't know if I want anything to have Holdover. Yeah, let's not spend our money on Holdover. Let's spend our money on these. I don't want Surge Stone either, do I? Okay. Emberstone. We essentially paid 80 gold for an Emberstone. Don't know if I like that choice of mine. Could make a Root Seeds cost 0. I am going to keep at least 1 Root Seeds. And making the Infused cards cost 0 is really nice because it makes Perfect Insanity more likely. Okay. Let's go with that. And go into Fell the Wings of Light. Alabaster Guardians have Multi-Strike. Fell empowers units with Rage. You know what? When I'm not taking 4 damage every turn from one of my artifacts, I think I'm less worried about the rage that you put on enemy units. So, what do we want at the bottom? The Spine Chief on, obviously. We could put the Animus of Speed at the bottom, because we can fit a Shard Soul Carver there, the tiny one. Which I like. So let's do that. Also, all of our units have Endless, so we don't worry if they die. Alright. Root Seeds on which one? Let's put Root Seeds on the quick one. And then Sharpen on the front one, obviously. Alright. Good first turn. The bottom floor is not quite done, but it's mostly done. Just realized that this guy is making it way too far up with way too much health. I do not like that. We did get the Shard Soul Carver that fits at the bottom, so we're definitely putting him at the bottom. Should we put him in front of our quick? Sure. How do we take care of you? I mean, having Sweep is good, honestly, but that only does you 20 damage, which isn't very impressive. Huh. We only have 2... We only have 2 Ember to spend. Preserved Thorns doesn't do very much because the Alabaster Guardians are in the way. How do we take care of this unit? The best I can think of is to play the Husk Hermit and play Fracture, which will deal you some amount of damage, and it will make it so that the second floor is better off. Because I'm not very worried about the bottom floor. On the other hand, I could play the Preserved Thorns. No. Okay, let's think about another option. What are we going to draw? If we drew Power of Knowledge, it doesn't do any damage yet. So that's not great. One of the things that we could do is we could play the Husk Hermit on the top floor and try to make it so that by the time he gets there, it does more damage. I don't think that's great. I do also want my Thorned Hollow, because the Vial of Tears is really nice. But I think this is the right play. I don't like it, but I think that dealing this guy 36 damage is pretty important because he's going to deal some damage to the Pyre, and reducing that damage as much as possible is good. We did kill the Alabaster Guardian at the bottom, so things are not as bad at the bottom anymore. Don't like that you have Sweep with the Rage. Okay, so at the top, what can we accomplish? We can play Power of Knowledge. We can consume 2 cards so that the Power of Knowledge does 30 damage. That will save 11 health on the Pyre, but otherwise, doesn't help much. The Shard Soul Carver going at the top doesn't really accomplish anything, except for in the future. I don't think there's that much of a future for that kind of stuff. So, I think that we're going to deal as much damage as we can to you, just so that we get less damage on the Pyre. And then everything else seems to be going just fine. So, how do we accomplish what I just said? We play a Shard Soul Carver here. We play Root Seeds at the bottom. We want to deal more damage. We play Forgotten Trade at the bottom. Actually, if we play Forgotten Trade at the top, we could deal a little bit more damage because he's got Reap 8. Okay, let's think about this. If we play Forgotten Trade at the top, and then Forgotten Trade, we will have a total of 2 Echoes at the top, and you've got 8 Reap, so that will deal you 16. Plus 30. The extra 16 doesn't do anything because you're already kind of close to a multiple of 30 damage, and that's how much damage our Pyre and this Power of Knowledge is doing. So let's do the Forgotten Trades at the bottom, so that we add more Reap there, and get a ridiculous amount of Ember and just use 2 of it. Okay, well, I don't like how much damage we're taking on the Pyre. It should be the rest that we take in this battle, but still. Don't like how we're taking damage on the Pyre in seemingly every battle. And that top Alabaster Guardian is getting scary. Not that that does anything to us, but still. So, Root Seeds here. You have 3 Ember. I want to play Shelter. Don't think I care about playing Fracture. So Root Seeds, Sharpen. Vine Grasp can deal you some damage. And then Shelter down here. Give everybody armor. That Alabaster Guardian, very scary. We have Awake, which is not bad. Our Shard Channeler is something I would want to go at the top, except that there is a very scary Alabaster Guardian there. We could move you to the back. Moving you to the back does what? I'm not sure if that does much of anything. Root Seeds is an obvious. We're going to put Root Seeds here. We're going to play a Root Seeds again. We're going to play Awake on our champion. And we're going to play Sharpen on our champion. Okay. You are getting 79 damage, so let's make it so that that kills you. Maybe I should have spent that against Fell the Wings of Light. Not that important. We took 33 damage on the Pyre. Nothing else is getting through, but I guess it took too long for us to set up. Power of Knowledge is back. It could deal some damage. I want to play the Thorned Hollow, but do I want to really play it at the top? It would just immediately die. So no. I guess what we do is we play a Fracture on Seraph? Not Seraph, on Fell. We play a Sharpen here. How are you dying? You are dying from this one hitting you, the Spine Chief hitting you, and then this one hitting you once. And then you're getting hit the second time here. So how are you getting 82 damage? Oh, the spikes. So this one dies from the spikes. And actually, this one gets 20 damage from spikes and then gets 68 damage. So you're actually very close to dying without our Shard Soul Carver hitting you. So if we do that, then now we do a lot more damage on Fell the Wings of Light. And that means that the Shard Soul Carver is dealing all that damage, which means a Root Seeds would be quite good there. And is Power of Knowledge better than Fracture? It does 75 damage. Fracture doesn't do that much. Let's do Power of Knowledge on Fell. Alright. I like having the 20 spikes, honestly. The 20 spikes is pretty nice. You're getting even more scary, that Alabaster Guardian up there. Would love to use Perfect Insanity, but we don't have any... We don't have even close to the number of charged echoes that we need at the top. You're already dying. I guess what we do is we do Root Seeds on this one. We do Preserved Thorns. Sure, Preserved Thorns. And then we play the 3 sting spells because there's no reason not to. There's also no reason not to do them up here. So let's do them up here. And then I probably want to play Fracture on Bell. Alright. And then we should win this one, no problem. It's just that I'm still thinking about that 33 damage we took. We need to be able to take out enemies at the beginning faster. So you're not dying yet. Awake helps, because Awake heals my unit by a lot. Sharpen, of course, helps. Vine Grasp helps. Root Seeds, of course, helps. Another Root Seeds helps. And then we are winning. But let's play Power of Knowledge, too. Alright. Alright, well, I'm trying to think of what I can do to make my deck better. I think we just need a good, heavy-hitting spell that can take out a non-boss unit pretty easily. 33 damage taken. Oh, you know I like my Awoken Rail Spike. The Wurmkin etchings is not bad either. Don't really need another Spike Channeler. Not really sure if the first one was that useful. I think we will definitely take Awoken's Rail Spike. And then the real question is what we do here. Light of Seraph isn't terrible. That means we could add more units on floors. We have a mix of unit space costs, so that wouldn't be terrible. Herzl's Compound is pretty nice, but how good is it? I don't know, we draw a lot of cards with the cards in our deck anyway, so I think I'm going to take Fell's Remorse. Let's get more Ember. Alright, don't mind that Pyre health. We might go there. There's a Merchant of Trinkets here, but we don't have a whole lot of gold, and there's always a Merchant of Trinkets at the next one. So I think we're going to skip that Merchant of Trinkets and go this side to get the Pyre health and a Merchant of Magic. And a little bit of gold. So, Pyre health is good. Upgrade my champion. The Decayer 3. I mean, the Corruptor is pretty good. We could not go down the Decayer 3 and just do the Corruptor, because friendly units having that +5 per charged echo is pretty nice. The extra 40 health on the Decayer, though, is not terrible. The only reason I'm not too concerned about that is because our units have Endless. I think I'm going to go Corruptor. Now then. We are probably not going here. I do like my True Stones, but we're not going to do it. Let's go to the Merchant of Magic. And Eternal Stone could go on Awoken Rail Spike, which is nice. I always like that one. It could go on Awoken Rail Spike. I really like that. Surge Stone I don't think I want. So I think we're making that choice. Eternal Stone on Awoken Rail Spike. And then we use an Ember Stone on it to restore its normal effect. And then reroll. Darn. I still don't want Holdover, do I? I mean, I want Holdover on the one that I just filled all the slots on. But I don't think I want Holdover on most of the other things. I would love Freeze Stone on Perfect Insanity, but we never got offered that. So I guess we do one more Ember Stone. And I'm thinking about putting it on Power of Knowledge. Especially because that would make it so that Awoken Rail Spike makes it free. And we could always play it if we drew it with Awoken Rail Spike. Let's do that. And leave. I'm kind of sad that I spent 80 gold twice for Ember Stones. I like the Ember Stones, but 80 gold is a lot. Now, let's just go into the next battle. Don't go to the Divine Temple. We are not going to turn on Aggressive Amulet? I think not. And it's not because I don't want this to deal extra damage to my units. It's that I don't want it to deal extra damage to the Pyre if it gets there. So we're not turning it on because of them possibly getting to the Pyre, I think. That's not a great reason. The 400 gold is very significant with the Merchant of Trinkets next time. Oh man, am I convincing myself? The Winged Horde. So one of the things that I have noticed is that, you know, the names of these tell you what comes in them. So I've been making notes about what comes in each of the ones I've encountered. Unfortunately, I have not any notes about the Winged Horde, so I don't know what's going to happen. I only know that Wilt Wings and the Dark Wings are going to be there. I'm going to turn it on. I may regret this, and I really hope I don't, but I may regret that. Ooh, we've got Thorned Hollow, Spikes 3, and Endless. Interesting. So we have a good bottom if we play Shard Soul Carver and Spine Chief. The fact that these are going to get some damage in is annoying. But it's not terrible. And then I kind of want the Thorned Hollow at the top. I mean, we could put it at the bottom, but I kind of want it at the top. Okay, so Spine Chief and Shard Soul Carver are going down here. And now I'm worried about that Gilded Wing. So we're going to fracture the Gilded Wing. And unfortunately, that's only dealing 5 damage. The Thorned Hollow is either going at the top or the middle. If it goes... Let's go at the middle, because I want more Ember next turn. Right. Is that a good reason? It may not be a very good reason. Oh yeah, wait a minute. We want it at the middle because the spikes don't do anything at the top. Right. And he has a whole bunch of spikes. Now remember, this Vial of Tears gives 5 health every turn, which means he's going to get 3 spikes every turn. Vial of Tears really helped that unit. Alright, our champion is almost dead. It has Endless, we'll just replay it, but not something we want to have to replay, really. Ooh, you dying is bad. You dying is real bad. We can play all but one of these cards. And I think the card that we're not playing is the Sharpen, because it's kind of the worst card in our deck now. It's one of the few that have not been upgraded at all. So we're going to have this one do multi-strike here. And then we are going to try to save our champion... Well, we're going to try to save the Shard Soul Carver at the bottom. The champion might be dead. And to do that, we're going to play Root Seeds, and Shelter. There we go. Shard Soul Carver does not die. Retains all of that we gave to him. All of that attack value that we gave to him. Unfortunately, you are still a problem. And I don't know how to deal with you. I mean, we did some damage that turn, but not enough damage that turn. He's dazed at the top. We've got to play our... Ooh, we got Awoken's Rail Spike. Alright. That would draw 4 cards. If it drew 4 cards and it drew one of the Forgotten Trades, we would be in a great situation. If it does not draw one of the Forgotten Trades, we might not be too happy about what happened. But I've got to play it. Got to. I guess we play Spine Chief before we play it. Because it's definitely going here. And then we play Awoken's Rail Spike. And hope for good things. We got not the things I particularly wanted. Because now we can't play any of these. Okay. That was a little bit of a gamble. I was trying to take out this one with something. You go very well here. So we're going to put you here. You go well at the bottom too, I guess, but that's where we're putting you. We'll play Preserved Thorns. The Sharpen only helps... Well, it doesn't only help there. It helps more there, so let's put it there. And then Vine Grasp, we're going to see how much we can take you down. So 30 damage plus Vine Grasp is 13 damage. That would make it so that you deal... Can we get you down to 40, is the question. We can deal 43 damage, which is not enough to get you to 40. So really, if we got you down to 80, it would be fine. It would be the best we can do, I mean. It's not fine, it's just the best we can do. So, there we go. You're going to deal 2 hits against the Pyre. Now, let's try to make it so that you don't do any hits against the Pyre. And... We don't have great things to do there. We could move you to the front, but that means that all of these survive? Oh, actually they don't, because they've got Reap. Alright, great. Move you to the front. And then sting you. Alright. That basically takes care of that unit. So we're getting 2 hits on the Pyre from you. And we would have not had to deal with that if I had drawn one of these Forgotten Trades, by the way. The Forgotten Trade would have made this much better. So it was a gamble, and I think it was a worthwhile gamble based on the chances that I was going to get what I needed and the benefit of getting what I needed. Alright, are you dying again? You are dying again. We can use Awake on you, though. Awake on you is pretty good. You still die, granted. Power of Knowledge does 30 damage currently. We could increase that if we play these Hosting Kins, which are useful to play anyway. The Animus of Speed definitely goes here. Wait a minute. Oh, it costs 2. Animus of Speed definitely goes here, is what I was saying. And then we play Fracture on you. And then we play Hosting Kins. Hosting Kin is useful to kill these two, I guess. And then we can kill this one with the Power of Knowledge. Hosting Kin, Power of Knowledge. And then our champion does not die. Granted, it doesn't have a whole lot of health, but it doesn't die. Oh, we lost our spikes guy. But he has Endless, so he comes back. When he comes back, how many spikes does he have? He only has spikes 3. Oh, he has to start over his spikes. Kinda sad about that. Oh no! The bottom! My bottom is dying completely. And I don't kill anything. Oh no. That's really bad. That's really bad. You guys are ridiculous. With the extra 8 attack. Okay, well, we're definitely playing the stings. Hopefully the next floor takes care of those. But wow, that's painful. A brief respite. I mean, it's not much of a respite, considering. Okay, so I would draw 4 cards. There's 1 forgotten trade in the deck. So it might be better to not gamble entirely this time. Although, what are we going to do? So we are going to do Awake here. That's pretty significant. Let's start there. Now only he dies, but you don't die, which is a problem. What do I do about that? We play the Spine Chief at the bottom. We play the Shard Soul Carver at the bottom. And then we play Awoken Rail Spike. Hey, we actually got the Forgotten Trade this time. So we can use it. I'm going to use it here. It doesn't matter where I use it very much. Okay, we'll use it down here, I guess, because... Oh, actually, this Shard Soul Carver gets a benefit out of it, which is good, because it deals more damage to that front unit, which is the current problem, that front unit. We can Root Seeds. Are we going to play the Bogfly at the top? The Bogfly Husk Hermit, I mean. I guess we are. And it goes in front. Which means we only get to play 1 more of these Root Seeds. Okay. The middle did not die as badly as the bottom died. But I am sad that the Thorns has to start over again. Okay. So, final wave, except that you are making it to the top currently, so it's not exactly the final wave. And we're nowhere close to killing you. Nowhere close to killing you, actually. So what do we do about that? Power of Knowledge does a fair amount of damage. A fair amount of damage could kill this one. But I think there's a few things that could kill that one. I guess we should consider... What are we not playing? We're not playing this Sharpen. That Sharpen costs too much. We could play this Sharpen. We are playing that Power of Knowledge, but I don't know where. We are definitely playing this Root Seeds. The Root Seeds is going here. So that means we've got 2 more Ember to spend. One of those could be the Thorned Hollow. Probably the Thorned Hollow. The Thorned Hollow doesn't even survive next turn. It gets killed immediately by the Wingless General here. We definitely want to take you out. I think that's going to be... something simple, like a Fracture. If we Fracture you, does it actually kill you? That's the question. You get Reap 2, which means you get 4 damage from Reap. He does 3 more damage. That's not enough. In that case, we Vine Grasp you. I guess. Because we need to do 21 more damage, which Vine Grasp doesn't do. Yeah. We also need to take care of the bottom, where the main problem is. Sharpen goes here. You see, if I kill one of these, we will do a fair amount more damage to Nephil the Wingless General. Like, a fair amount more. Which is why I want to Vine Grasp it. I guess the Power of Knowledge goes here. So we Vine Grasp one of these. And then... we did not do a fair amount more? Why is that? Trample. Interesting. The trample is actually a problem. The trample is a problem. Are we playing Thorned Hollow or are we playing Fracture, Power of Knowledge? Ooh. We are getting Perfect Insanity next turn, as long as we get one thing that gives us... that's infused. Other than that, then we could do it on the next floor. I'm thinking of doing Power of Knowledge against this one, which seems crazy. I think that is crazy. I think we need to do Power of Knowledge here. And then we definitely Fracture the boss. And then do we play Thorned Hollow on the second floor, which would die in 1 hit, but it would allow you to deal more damage? Or do we play Fracture right now? An extra couple Reap. So if we play the Thorned Hollow, you would do a lot more damage. Okay, playing the Thorned Hollow. Okay. Nephil the Wingless General dealt me a whole lot of damage in the last run. And I'm worried again, because Nephil the Wingless General has a lot of health. Oh no! We did not draw an infused card. Oh, we did not draw an infused card. That's really upsetting. We also can't play any of our units because we don't have space for it. So this turn was terrible. This was a terrible turn. You don't kill this in 1 hit. At least there's that. I guess we're doing the Sharpen here. Oh no. The Perfect Insanity was really the main thing that was going to save this one. Oh no. Are we dying here? We might be dying here. And if we do, I'm going to very much regret that aggressive amulet, you know? So we did get Awoken Rail Spike, which is probably our best chance for surviving. So Awoken Rail Spike, draw 4. Unfortunately, there's no way that it draws Perfect Insanity because we drew that last time. And that's the main thing that can help us. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Alright, well, we sting. We play the Shard Channeler? What does the Shard Channeler do? Does it do anything? I mean, if it does something, it's going to do something because we put it in front and it takes 2 damage. But the fact that you have Trample probably stops that from doing anything. Can't be bad, right? So we definitely do a Fracture, and we do the Root Seeds that we can. And the Root Seeds going in the back unit is the best because that unit survives the longest. Oh no, I think we die. I think we die. I'm so sad. We died again. That hurts. We did get fully awakened for reaching level 10 on the Awoken. And I guess we're going to get another one for the Wurmkin leveling up, but there's the Wurmkin leveling up to 10. Eternal Kinstone. Add an echo that cannot be removed. I think I've seen this before. No, I've seen an artifact that did the same thing. Eternal Kinstone is pretty nice. And the Awoken level up to 10. Adaptive Mutation. Consume, restore a friendly unit to full health, and then swap the attack and health. Weird. Spikes applied. Well, we'll go back to that in a second. Spikes applied 110, previous best was 95, and Reap applied just barely got a new record, 427 rather than 423. Well, we died again. That one, I really do think that if I hadn't taken the trial on that last battle, I might have won. And that's really upsetting, because I was flip-flopping between whether I took that trial or not, and I guess I chose the wrong thing. Alright, well, that's it for this time. We'll try again on Covenant Rank 12 next time. It's been a difficult Covenant rank for me. I'm thinking of doing Power of Knowledge against this one, which seems crazy. I think that is crazy. I think we need to do Power of Knowledge here. Playing Power of Knowledge against a tiny Wiltwings does look crazy, but is it? Let's analyze. If I had killed the Wiltwings, its death does 5 damage against the Spine Chief, which was going to happen either way. But it doesn't do the 13 damage, and since Power of Knowledge was infused, my Shard Soul Carver would get +2 attack and +2 armor, and because of the Corruptor upgrade on the Spine Chief, both the Spine Chief and the Shard Soul Carver would have +5 attack while the Spine Chief is alive. Furthermore, the Infector 2 upgrade means that Nephil would have 3 more Reap, which is also more effective due to the additional Echo. Then I could play both Fractures at the bottom instead of playing the Thorned Hollow on floor 2, increasing the attack values, armor, echoes, and Reap even more. Here are the numbers we would end up with. Shard Soul Carver has 107 times 2 attack, 45 health. Spine Chief has 59 attack and 110 health. The bottom floor has 8 echoes and Nephil has 16 Reap. Now let's play out the attack. Nephil does 50 damage to the Spine Chief, taking 4 back from Spikes. Spine Chief and Shard Soul Carver deal 273 damage back. Nephil does 48 damage, taking 4 back. The Spine Chief still survives. My units deal another 273 damage back. Nephil attacks a third time, dealing 46 damage with Trample and taking 4 back. The Spine Chief dies, but the Shard Soul Carver is still alive. Since the Corruptor effect is no longer there, the Shard Soul Carver's attack value drops to 67 times 2. It deals 134 damage to Nephil, and then Nephil kills it with the 4th attack. Finally, Nephil takes 128 damage from Reap. That's 820 damage, almost 400 more than what I did in the run. And, due to Endless, I could play my champion on floor 2, a much better unit than the Thorned Hollow, and easily have won this fight, granted taking 18 damage from the Darkwings. During the run, I didn't do the math, and I should have. These seemingly small tactical decisions can have a very large effect, and this is an improvement in my play that is within my power to make. I'm sure that I am also making tons of strategic mistakes, which cards to add and which upgrades to buy. Improving those strategic decisions is very hard during a blind playthrough because what you really want is a statistical analysis over a large number of runs, many more than I have played. So improving my strategic play is hard and will take time, but improving my tactical play, I can do that right now. All I have to do is take the time, do the math, and remember which effects exist on the battlefield. Hopefully all of that was insightful. Now for your regularly scheduled outro. In this run, the Awoken and the Wurmkin earned the max level, level 10, the first 2 clans to do so. Because of the Awoken level up, I also earned 1 new achievement. On the right, Fell the Wings of Light becomes the next boss to make it to my 10 kill threshold. Only 10 more enemies to go to complete that threshold. Unfortunately, I am also featuring Nephil the Wingless General once again. Nephil earns a kill against me this time. I'll have to get him back in a future run. On the left, I played with the Thorned Hollow the first time this episode. I had a fair amount of cards that interacted with spikes, but sadly only used them a little bit. Forgotten Trade becomes the 104th card that I've brought into at least 10 battles. I actually had 2 of them in my deck this time. For artifacts, I am featuring the Bad Artifacts, both of which I played with my first time this run. The Broken Wheel and Corrupted Cloud. Together, these artifacts caused me to purge a Train Steward and a fully upgraded Husk Hermit that had a different unit sacrificed to it. That was pretty painful, but I honestly think it turned out rather well with the hefty downsides these 2 artifacts provide. There is more detail in my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.